As we closed 2013 and approached the midpoint of the AIFMD transition period, we thought it would be good to get together again. We did this conference at the beginning of the year. And when we last did that, Level 2 had just been published. At the time, we did some questions for our audience. There are over 100 investment managers here. And most of you had concerns and issues with AIFMD. For example, the majority of you indicated that your AIFMD implementation and projects were still very much in the early stages. And the majority of you also saw it primarily as a compliance and cost overhead with little or no business or investor benefit. We're going to ask you some of those questions again today to see if your preparations have changed, if your attitudes have changed to the regulation.
Well, it's interesting. We held a similar event about 12 months ago, and we were quite surprised at the time to see that managers, and specifically their clients, were not demonstrating an engagement or an interest in leveraging from some of the benefits that AIFMD brings. And we were projecting that we would see some improvement in that this time. So some of the feedback we've got from the audience is that, consistent with what we see in our client base, 70% approximately have not yet filed an application for authorization. But interestingly, more or less the same number, upwards of 2/3 are saying they see this directive primarily as a compliance headache. The stated intention of the policymakers when they produced this directive was to provide investors with greater protection and to allow managers to actively market their product around Europe. Those two things just do not appear to have taken off as benefits. Now, whether that's a factor of just the fact that managers and service providers like us were living the compliance journey right now, so it hasn't yet translated into actual benefit, or whether there's actually a more fundamental problem with the construct of the directive, remains to be seen.
The AIFMD has resulted in a number of new responsibilities for depositories, which are extremely significant. In fact, I would go so far as to say these are the most significant developments we've seen in the fund industry for depositories for decades. The depository now has a number of additional roles which it must undertake, particularly in relation to cash monitoring and asset verification. In addition to that, some of the existing UCITS depository roles have also been further enhanced. And lying behind all of that is the additional liability that depositories will bear in relation to their dealings with the fund, the manager, and that all has a positive outcome for the protection of investors.
Regulation plays an increasing part of the service offering we provide and the service offering that our clients provide. So our ability to support regulatory change through consultation, through solutions, and through expertise is becoming more and more important, and it's a critical part of how we differentiate ourselves as a business. We've just had this forum here today around AIFMD, where we were able to bring together experts from legal, the Big Four, clients, but also asset management firms that aren't even direct clients of ours that want to be involved in this forum. Regulatory change is something we have to share knowledge on. Otherwise we're going to end up in dramatically different places, and that's not good. It's not good for us, it's not good for our clients, and it's not good for their clients, the ultimate investors.